Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you
for having us.
Yeah, of course. As I was saying, I'm a huge fan of the show, so it's great to have you both in. How are you feeling? Season 3, it's coming out.
Great. It's crazy. It feels a little surreal. I feel like almost like we were just here for season 2, and also like we just wrapped season 3 at the same time, but all of a sudden it's coming out in how many days? Like 3?
Yeah. What is today? Today's Thursday. So
Friday,
it's Sunday,
Saturday.
3 days.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, 3 days.
It's crazy. It does feel like we were just here and seeing everybody and spending so much time with all these lovely people we get to meet. But I'll tell you, it's the season is elevated in every way.
I don't know how it can be more elevated. So much
Get
happens
ready.
all the time.
Production value, storyline, spiciness. It's very spicy season.
Just giving the fans exactly what they want.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you do anything special to celebrate the release date? Do you go online and read the comments from people?
No. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. Some people, yes, people are very kind online.
Yeah.
So,
She screen caps them all and sends them to me.
and then I frame them and I put them
And
all
puts 'em
around
in
my
my
house
trailer.
and your trailer.
So that I'm
yeah.
like, Morgan's the best. And I'm like, I know. I don't have to see it from CCAT Tom / yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything because we in the States, I'm living in Buffalo, I'm practically Canadian.
You are
I'll
honorary.
be celebrating this Sunday with the fam, but then May 7th, I think, in the States. 5th, 6th, 7th. I'm looking for an answer.
The
I don't
7th,
know.
I think.
Anyone know?
I'm pretty sure it's 7.
7th.
I was
on
right the first
CW.
time. Yeah, on the CW. In the States, we get it early this year. Everyone's excited.
That's very exciting. And it's on Netflix now too.
Yeah, so you can binge 1 and 2 right now. It came out today on Netflix.
Highly
Canada.
recommended.
But watch it
to
on
get
Crave
caught up.
in Canada.
But then on Crave on Canada, you can now watch it the day after it airs. So you don't have to wait a full week later.
Oh, that's so
That's
nice.
great. Yeah.
I love that. Speaking of so much happening in the first 2 seasons, was there a moment that you read in the script where you were like, I cannot believe that this is happening, or something that caught either of you off guard?
Episode 9 and 10. I know it's a ways down the pipe there, but those are some big episodes and great cliffhangers.
In season 3?
In season 3.
Oh,
sorry,
yeah,
yes,
okay.
Yeah.
We've come to know that Roma Roth, our creator, she is the queen of cliffhangers.
Oh, yeah.
And so we get a little excited come towards the end of the season. We're like, all right, what's going to happen? Who's living? Who's dying? Who's going to be hanging on by a thread? Don't tell them that.
We don't know.
Yes.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Dies yet.
Sully and the
Everybody.
cliffhanger. Yeah.
Everybody dies. in season 3. And yeah.
That's the exclusive. We got it. Everyone, it's very White Lotus.
It's just a black screen.
And everyone's like, dude, didn't see that coming.
That's so wild. Do your kids watch anything that you're in? Do they enjoy anything?
Yeah. Well, it just started. But there was just 2 moments. One was I came home. It was last year. I was shooting The Merry Gentleman, and I came home from work, and I see my wife and my 2 daughters, one who's 1, a little baby, sitting on her lap, and then my other daughter who's 8 next to her. And I see them, and they're looking at the TV, and I'm like, what are you guys? And I look, and it was Cinderella story. And they were all cuddled up in bed watching Cinderella story because my daughter wanted to see it, the 8-year-old. And then before we shot Freakier Friday, I was like, guys, you want to see what I'm doing? You know, now you know what I'm going to work to accomplish. We sat down and watched the first one together.
That's so sweet.
Otherwise, they don't care what Dad does.
Nothing else.
Every time they see like Morgan and I kiss, she comes over and slaps the garbage out of me. My daughter does.
Not happy.
Fair.
She's great. She's very protective of Mama.
Yeah, that's understandable. Speaking of Freakier Friday, what was the best part of being able to connect again with Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay?
It's bizarre. It was incredible. It was amazing. It was all those things. It felt like no time had passed, and yet we had had entire lives in between the first one and the second one. And it was just such a nice homecoming to come and hug everybody and say goodnight to everybody, you know, at the end of a day. And you get excited to go back to work with everybody. And what everybody brought, that was probably the most exciting thing. Because we didn't know when we made the first one, you didn't really know what you were making. We didn't know that it would catch on the way it did. We hoped. You always hope. So this time you're watching these characters that are so beloved, and now I get to watch it a little bit different. It was fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
That's so fun. How much time do you actually spend in Nova Scotia when you're shooting this show?
We shoot for about 4 months, 4.5 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're there yeah.
Yeah. I like to get there like a week or two early and kind of settle in. And then last year wrapped up middle of December.
Nice. That's crazy. You recently got into a new hobby of sewing.
I did.
Tell us about it.
I'm so excited about it. I'm actually so excited about it.
Yeah, how's this journey been?
I've realized that I find it very gratifying to make things with my hands and then have a finished product. Like I've always really enjoyed kind of fixing stuff around the house and figuring out how to put up shelves. And I made a little window bench thing. But now sewing, I don't know. I think there's I see so many beautiful clothes out there. I'm like, it's so simple. I'm way too overly confident when it comes to trying new things.
Okay.
I think that I can do way more than I actually can.
That's a good way to be, though, I feel like.
Yeah, except for I'm constantly disappointing myself.
What are you talking about? I tune into Morgan's Home and Garden on Insta socials all the time. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you don't see the amount of holes that are behind the shelves that I just put up.
There are always holes. There's always holes. You just cover them up.
Yeah.
Patch.
But I bought a online beginner sewers course. So the tote bag was my first one.
Nice. It's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you should sell it or something.
I'm just going to keep it and just stare at it and be like, I made that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the time.
As you should. Something that I think is so great about your character and your role in Sullivan's Crossing is you are such a good crier. And for my wife, that's like her biggest pet peeve is if there's never any real tears. And we were watching it together and she was like, wow, that's a good crier.
Wow,
so
thank you.
How do you prepare for those kind of scenes?
I mean, I just cry a lot generally.
Do you?
So, yeah, I'm a crier for sure. No, I mean, I do as much prep as I can because you want it to be real and truthful. And for me, it's not, I don't have a trick of if I hold my breath and look at this light, then tears will start to come out of my eyeballs. I do have to be there. But I think I'm a really empathetic, you trying
it out?
Yeah. I think I'm a really empathetic person. So as long as I can get in the headspace and really understand what's going on, what she's thinking, what she's not saying, what's actually going on under the surface, then as long as the scene is built out properly, then generally it's just the circumstances.
Powerhouse.
Thank you.
Powerhouse. It's not often that you get to see this kind of thing, but there is a power, and I get to see it firsthand, and it gives me goosebumps when I see it. She has so much true emotional power when she goes through it. So it's so real. So when you say good crier, yeah, but it's she's emoting. She's bringing everything when she does it. Sometimes it's oh my gosh, it upsets me and I don't know what to do to watch. So it's really cool to watch from another side, to see someone so in tune with their instrument. It's not easy. It's not an easy thing.
Totally.
Thanks, Chad.
It's true.
That's so sweet. It's like that scene in the woods when you're both screaming. I'm like, oh, that's such a real scream. That just, gives you those goosebumps for sure. That's so wild. I was recently watching a conversation with Bryan Cranston and Rainn Wilson, and they were talking about how they will forever be known as their iconic roles that they've been, which is Walter White and Dwight from The Office. So I wanted to ask you, are there pros and cons that come with being so closely associated to the character Lucas?
Yeah, I mean, look, what an unbelievable blessing. Look, this is the goal as an actor, is to create content and stories that people want to be a part of, and tell stories that get people excited and something that carries on. The first thing I ever wrote on the pilot of One Tree Hill, when I read it, first thing I wrote, this thing has legs. Because I just could see the future on it. It was the weirdest thing. I put the script down. I said, this thing has legs. And I was 20 when I read it, 20. And here we are 20-something years later. And people are watching it as if it's the first time, and it's a brand new show. The new generation, the Gen Zers, and they're making TikToks over it. And it's, it just continues to live. So, it's nothing but a blessing. It's nothing but a blessing. And I wouldn't take it, because that's what you try to do, is to create something that lives on.
Yeah, totally. And the Lucas pose went a little viral on TikTok the other day.
I had no clue that would genuinely, It was so funny. Like next thing you know, I'm like, how many people just watched that? Mind blown. World got like that big.
Do you remember? Do you remember a lot of the like dialogue from One Tree Hill? Like if I were to give you some pieces of dialogue, excuse me, do you think, and we put it to the test, could you tell me if each line is either Cal or Lucas?
Oh, yeah.
You think you could do
For
it?
sure.
You got it? You can play along as well, because I feel like you could also know more.
I mean, I haven't seen One Tree Hill, so I could tell you the Cal lines.
Okay.
Okay, read it aloud.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. We got ladies and gents. Life's got a way of showing you what your next move is going to be, as long as you're open to seeing it. It's got to be One Tree Hill.
No.
No.
We
Who
got
said
you
that?
already.
Cal.
Life's got a way of showing you what your
When we're playing
next move
chess.
is going to be. Oh, yeah. See, no, I'm going to fail this miserably, guys.
You came in so confidently, too. Okay, next
I
up.
really thought, oh, dude, I got this. Wow. I guess they're kindred spirits. I finally understood that we'd never be together again. Well, I mean, it could be two people because it could be Cal when he doesn't see his wife, and it could be
Do you know
Lucas.
I think it's got to be Lucas. I don't remember Cal saying that.
It would be
Morgan?
Lucas.
My cheat sheet.
Yeah, do you know?
Yeah.
I finally understood that we'd never be together
Sure,
again.
that's Lucas then.
No, it's Cal.
Cal,
What?
yeah, we're talking about his wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
think-
that's sad.
So I was going to say, I don't think. It's that book I told you about. Thought you might want to check it out. It's that book I told you about. Thought you might want to check it out. Tree Hill.
Yeah. Nice.
If you need to hear why I love you, I could go on all night. Tree Hill.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I would introduce you, but she's not feeling too well right now. I'm sorry I would introduce you, but she's not feeling too well right now. Cal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Why don't I grill this bad boy up for us? That is definitely Cal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Got in trouble for bad boy. One of these nights you're going to realize I'm the guy for you. Peyton Sawyer's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
That's Lucas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
Yeah, I did all right.
Not
Took a
bad.
You did
warm up.
all right.
Took a
Not bad.
warm up.
Yeah, that's very
Did
good.
okay.
Especially under pressure. Thanks for doing that. And thank you guys so much for being here.
Thanks for
It's been
having
a
us. It was
pleasure.
fun.
That was really cool. I've never done that before.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Glad you liked it.
I appreciate you.
Nice.
Thanks.
Thanks guys.